Am I live? I should be live. I was meant to be live 4 minutes ago. Apologies for being late. People deluded. I'm back again. Thank you very much for joining in each and every time, or I'm welcoming all of you back. I can't lie, people. I'm flustered. I don't even know where to start. I can't lie. My head actually isn't in the right place. I've been doing a lot of stuff in my personal life. So again, it's very difficult to get into video mode. But let's go again. Cut. Take two. People deluded. I'm back again. I hope you're doing well and safe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. Still doesn't feel like I got that one day right, but let's carry on, people. It is what it is. Adaptability. I had a game plan the night, it's like being a manager. You have a game plan. You plan all week for something. The first 5 minutes within the game, you'll go down. So we're gonna have to go again, people. But it is what it is. First things first, I hope you're all doing well and safe. It's Thursday. We're at the last sort of lap for the week. Tomorrow is Friday. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope you've all achieved something. I hope you've all moved closer to your hopes, dreams, goals, and aspirations. And if you don't feel you have, as I always say, don't always count the crops you've harvested, count the seeds that you've placed. And if you're just that percentage closer than you was yesterday, you can't really complain. I know it's frustrating. I know it feels helpless. Trust me, every feeling you lot probably go through, if in relation to failure, I felt it, I do feel it, and I feel it every day. Like, I struggle with a lot of anxiety personally because it's all on me now, and there's a lot of pressure and whatnot, people, and whatnot. But as I said, I hope you're all doing well and safe. I hope you've all got your physical health. That's the most importantly. Wishing you all, mental health, leveling up. Hope you all get financially free again. The ones of you that do actually become financially free, make sure you invest in DG's channel so we can have some motion graphics and at the Sky Sports thing and all of that stuff, people. But I hope you're all doing well and safe, man. We go again. Like you said, Max, we improvise, man. We overcome and we move. Simple as that, my guy. This is why I like you lot. We're on a positive sort of vibes here. That's all we are. And if we're not trying to level up, if you're not trying to better your life, if you're not trying to be better than what you was yesterday, guys and girls, young and old, you need to leave this channel because it's not for you. I know we talk about football, but yeah, man, we're trying to just better ourselves, and hopefully Arsenal does the same thing. So as I said, I hope you're well and safe. We're going to go over James Maddison, Ben White. I'm not saying the order I'm going to go in, but James Maddison, Ben White, Holding spoken to The Guardian. Obviously, everybody in the thumbnail will get over. I can't even remember who's in my thumbnail. Martin Odegaard and Lautaro, Martinez, I believe, people. Let me actually put my pen and paper down. There's a lot of things you lot don't see, people. I have to be my own accountant, my own admin. It's talking about Arsenal. This is the easiest thing, man. It pisses me off when my friends say, "Oh, you're so lucky that you've ventured out into your own thing and doing your thing." I'm like, I'm not lucky, bro. This is not luck. This is not luck at all. At all, it's not just a case of talking for an hour or so. There's so many things you have to do about it. I'd prefer to talk. I'd rather other people do it. And like I said, the anxiety, because you got to answer to the taxman about, well, YouTube's on there 45%. Then I've got to answer to the US and UK taxmen. And then we've got to work with the pennies that we have to somehow pay bills and reinvest in this thing. So again, this is why when I'm saying these positive things, it's because I want you lot to be better. Because again, I know with great, with great power comes great responsibility, and there's a lot of pressure. But pressure is a privilege. If you're not going through pressure, then you're not becoming a diamond. And if you're not becoming a diamond, your life is staying basic and things. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well and safe. Before we crack on with everything, what are you lot saying? A man said, manifesting 700 likes today. Let's have a good stream, everyone. First and foremost, stylish. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate all the members, moderators, subscribers, new subscribers, long-term viewers, all of that sort of stuff. Just supporters. I appreciate it. I say week, but the last 2 weeks, this week and last week, have been, for me anyways, crazy. My engagement levels have been good. The watch along that technically was a pre-recorded watch along because we're watching a result that's already happened. For me, 23,000 views or whatever, that's a madness for me. So I'm appreciative, and all the other live streams we've been doing, the numbers and likes have been solid. So please, can we keep that up? Please make sure you're hitting the like button. As you can see here, the likes target is 100 likes. Members, please check out the YouTube community tab. I've asked you for your questions. We'll be doing the members one on Saturday. Save the best till last and them things. Twitch gang, again, those of you that aren't members, your chance to ask questions in relation to Arsenal and whatnot tomorrow 4 p.m. p.m. I'll be doing a Q&A, which will only be streamed on Twitch. So make sure you're supporting the thing. Follow me on Twitch, especially if you've got Amazon Prime. Follow me if you just want to be able to view it and answer questions. And like I said, set the notifications up. Follow me on Twitch, and the rest will fall into place. I want Maddison, even if it's 70 million, says Sakayo Baka. What a name. Morning, Josh. Right back at you and everyone else listening. I hope everyone's doing well. Khalid, I hope you're well. I'm still here, people, but I'm fully in. I think I've settled now, and I'm fully in DG mode. And you know, on the best of days, I'm a sexy kid. You get it, you know. And it's getting hot in here, man. You know, it's getting hot. It's getting very hot in here. So it is what it is. I mean, you know, I look pretty in pink. Fuck that. I look sexy in pink. Oh my God. You know, YouTube isn't even doing me justice. You see, when the hair gets cut again, mad thing. It's a wrap. Might just come wearing a vest and take a couple people's baby mums and them things there. Man said you ain't finished your Weetabix yet, DG. To be fair with you, I had fried dumpling and ackee and saltfish. So, and I did finish that in time, actually, you cheeky sod. But love for that, man. I hope you have an even better day, Khalid. Tolu, I hope we get Maddison at Arsenal. But we hope and pray whatever gods, you know, Christian, Muslim, Sikh, Hindu, any sort of religion, relations, background, pray to what you need to pray to, and let's get not forget praying for Maddison. Pray for Maddison, of course. Just pray for Arsenal to make keyword significant signings, because there are some things to be happy about. Smith Rowe has signed the new deal. We've brought in a backup left back. Whether he's good enough, we will see. We've got a Lokonga who I'm excited about. You know, Ben White seems like he's going to get over the line. He had his medical. We're going to cover that throughout the course of this live stream. So there has been a Tierney signed a new deal as well. There's been a good base, but it's not enough, innit? You know, significant now. For to be fair, you could say Ben White is significant because that's 50 million. If you're spending 50 million on someone that can't be classed as significant, then there's no point. And I don't need to tell you, look, we would love a number 8, a 10. You know, for me, I'd love an 8 and a 10. And I know the focus is around midfield in the middle of the park. And I 100% agree with you. Look, we need goal scorers. If we can't get a goal scorer, we just need someone that wants to dictate the tempo of a game for us in that middle of the park and wants the ball. As I always say, the 3 C's: consistency, competence, and confidence. We need someone with that. But I'm also of the belief, like, if it was a house, for me, as I always say, the strikers are the ones that get people seats on bums in the stadium. They're the ones that typically, it's the more attacking players that sell out the shirts. I'd imagine, without knowing, and I'm probably wrong, Bukayo Saka, Pepe, Lacazette, maybe not so much of last season, but historically, Aubameyang, you know, Martinelli. These are the Tierney as well. There's exceptions to the rule, but more time, these are the guys that are selling the shirts. These are the showstoppers. These are the poster boys. If you look at it with a house, that's like having a great, you know, a great front porch, you know, AstroTurf, flat screen TVs. They're all accessories. They're not necessities. What you need is installation, heat, and running water, because you can't cook or bathe your skin. These are the essentials. And I think a lot of that is with. That's how I look at defense. You know, yeah, I'm happy that we've grabbed Ben White and he's here and he, you know, there's potential and things like that. It just seems like we're not doing enough, because for right back, I like Chambers, I like Maitland-Niles. Are they 38 game good enough to rely on them? I'm not too sure. You know, Callum Chambers has been here for 7 years. As much as I like him, Arsenal fans, we can't rewrite history. You know, Maitland-Niles has been on the cusp of things. Why has he not grabbed the right back spot or been given an opportunity in midfield? They'd both get opportunities for me, but I would like a right back, you know. Bellerin, the less said, the better. Exactly. You know, he's been here longer than Chambers. Again, not seen nothing. So again, especially when you've brought in Ben White, when you've tied down Tierney, when you know, get some, you know, get some strong, solid foundations in place. That's a house has to have solid foundations, or it's going to crumble and people are going to die. And it doesn't matter what wallpaper, what flat screen TVs and the rest of it you've got. And I just feel it's a typical case of Arsenal. We do one thing and then we like unfinished projects, and I just feel it's a time to revitalize our defense. I don't know what's happening with Leno. I don't know if Leno is staying. Leno's back in training. I would like to hope that the club have found clarity in relation to his future, but let's just assume Leno still wants to leave. You've got a question. You've brought in Ben White, and you know, there's Gabriel. Let's just say Ben White and Gabriel. That's the long-term thing, right? Tierney picks himself at left back because he's a good player. Now you're right back and your keeper, there's question marks. So how much can you really embed long-term changes and all of those sort of things, and allow them to train with each other and understand each other's games and things like that? So I would like to see more business done, 100%. I think I don't like to speak for other people, but I'd assume I'm speaking for you guys when I say we'd like to see more business done. It's as simple as that. But It is what it is. For me, I just want to see the spine. I want the spine of this team addressed. What should I call this timestamp? I want the spine. All capitals only. We need to improve the team's spine. So yeah, that's what I want to see. And I just think it's hard, Leno, whether he signs a new deal or not, that's gonna rumble on. Whether he actually stays or not, that's gonna rumble on. With every great performance, how can Arsenal keep at him? He's got great mentality, wanting to leave and still playing well. With the impending mistakes he's gonna make, he's down in tools, he doesn't care anymore, and all of that. One thing I'm not a fan of at Arsenal is the dramas and the love stories and all these contract things. I know every club is gonna get. I know Arsenal can never get away from it because we're a football club, but no one quite does the soap opera thing like us. There's a lot of off-field nonsense when there's a lot of on-field nonsense, but away from on-field, there's a lot of it, and I just feel there's a chance to. I know it's easier said than done. These players are on big wages. A lot of them are not attractive oppositions and things like that. But there's an opportunity here to get rid of Bellerin, to get rid of, if Leno wants to go, to get rid of players that don't want to be here and focus with the players that can. We have a madness of a season next season. It's not going to be well for us. We have to start off strong. We've got Brentford, Chelsea, City, Spurs, not before that. We have to start well. That's why it's not just pre-season. We need building blocks. We can't afford clarity. We need clarity. We can't afford anything but clarity is what I meant to say. We can't afford to carry anybody within this team. If you're not doing your job, management, coaches, players, you need to keep it moving, because if Arsenal do not get if we have another season with no European football, then I don't think the club's going to sit up and wake up and do what they need to do, but it's concerning people. So that's how I feel. And what are you lot saying? 1 second, people. As you lot can see, things have become tangled up throughout me speaking, so I'm going to have to plug out. Let me see if I can do it without it, in fact. Feels like a game still. I think I've done it still. I don't need to plug out anything, people. I think I've done it. Madman. Feeling like James Bond and that, when they say you got 30 seconds or the world's gonna blow up and you need to fix something in the movies. That's just what I felt like doing. I just saved the world and you lot don't even know. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. The target is 100 likes. There's 355 people locked in within the first 12 or so minutes. Please make sure you're checking out the pin message. As I said, subscribe on Twitch. I don't want you guys to miss out tomorrow at 4 p.m. for the Q&A. Members and everybody, again, we're going live on Saturday. There's 2 Q&As, and I actually clocked. I haven't actually uploaded the Q&A. Well, it's uploaded on YouTube, but it's unlisted, so you can't see it. The Q&A from the last Twitch. So it is where it is. A man said, "Where are you, big man? You man are on to me. I'm here, man. I'm here. It's a good thing I'm not a referee in it. You lot would say 10:30 a.m. kickoffs. I'm not rolling up until 11, 11:15. I know that because I've done it before. Big up yourself, Jay. I appreciate you. Please, you and Kay, please make sure you're checking out the community tab and getting your questions in if you have not done that already. B. Campbell says, still need to move on from players who no longer fit into Arsenal's future. And there is quite, I think you meant to say a lot, but you're right there. Big up DS boss. I appreciate you lot, man. I hope you're having a blessed week as well, Max. I'm having a blessed week, my guy. Like I said, you lot support the team. You lot have been driving the engagements. Subscribers are going up, engagements going up. All of these sort of things because of you lot, it's going up. The Twitch gang, you're starting to, it's starting to make a bit more noise. I've got my health, yeah, there's a lot of things I would have liked to have done. Since I've done this full time and started really going at it, the weeks and days and hours are coming quick. You never quite think you can do it all. You never quite think you've done everything, but I'm good, my guy, man. I'm good. It could be better. It could be a lot worse. And I'm very thankful, very thankful. So yeah, appreciate all the support you lot give me. 5 minutes late. Sorry, teacher. Don't worry, the 5-minute detention later. I've done enough detention. I left school, I'm 26. I left school, 11 or so years ago. I'm pretty sure in that period, the hours must have added up to the same time. Do you know how many 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, 10 minutes, half an hour, missed lunch break, all day isolation, all of them? My rap sheet was hella long, unfortunately. So yeah, I can deal with another detention, my dude. No worries, man. Exactly. We do that. I think I said that already. Blessings, positive affirmations. Emmanuel, it's real life, man. If we're not trying to be better, and for me, anyways, and I'll do a video on it, I know how it feels to feel like there's no way out, to feel like you can't better yourself, to feel like there's no hope, to be broke, to feel like there's no prospects, to feel like the world's turned against you, to feel like, there's nothing there in it. So I don't want there to be, but if there's someone that can, just from hearing what I'm saying and me being able to sympathize with them, they keep it going, then that's a win for me, man, because I know exactly how it feels, and it's easier said than done, man. I do think when you talk all this positive stuff, it sounds like a lot of positive gobbledygook sort of thing, but you really got to stay positive. It's easier said than done. You allow negative thoughts to cloud your mind, you're gone. Trust me, you're gone. You're fully gone. You're fully gone in this world. Same way you can't get too ridiculous. A man said, my baby mama is subscribed to you, but I ain't mad, DG. Leonard, big up you, man. All the night, your baby mom's nice, man. Don't worry, man. We got morals out here. It's only the pagans' baby moms are trying to move too, man. Come on, my guy. Is it possible to get both Odegaard and Maddison? Dream chasing and LP, your chest is high, in it. You know, your chest is high. When I was your, it's like I've said it before. It's like when you're in a shop and your mom says you can have one thing and you can't stall. You need to decide what you want and move. And if you try to say things like I want both, your mom says put them both back. We're not getting nothing. Your chest is high. I would love both. Are both attainable? They're saying 60, 70 for Maddison. They're saying 35 minimum for Odegaard. Personally, I know it's dream chasing as well, my guy, but I hear 35 for Odegaard. I hear 25 for AUOAR. I know as a fan, there's many different variables to consider, but I think try do them ones there. If I'm completely honest with you, you know, AUOAR, you've got your number 8. You know, you don't know me. I'm always gonna fight the cases for AUOAR and things like that. For me, you get your AUOAR, you've got your number 8 next to Partey. You see a better Partey. Partey primarily is there to win the ball back and be a box-to-box / ball winning midfielder. But from clarity with him, you're gonna see a different Thomas Partey. And then obviously you've got Lokonga waiting in the wings to challenge Partey or play with him. So that makes our attack, you know, our midfield stronger anyways. But specific to what I would like to see first choice, you've got AUOAR and Partey. You know, AUOAR will look good because he's got Partey to do the other jobs. There will be obviously times when the more creative pivot, man in the pivot, has to defend, and likewise with Partey, pass the ball forward. You know, so I think they would get the best out of each other. Then you've obviously got Smith Rowe, who you involved in this thing. Then you've got Odegaard as well to flirt with as well. So I think you're more likely to see AUOAR and Odegaard than you would the other two. But I would love it, man. 441 of you locked in. Very appreciative. Thank you very much. Please make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribing on YouTube, on Twitch. You know, you're checking out the DG merch. You're doing the rest of it, people. What should I call that timestamp? I want Odegaard and and today's gonna be a madness. I just sorry, people. I shouldn't even. It's not irrelevant. It's irrelevant to you, lot, but I've got so much things to just things that actually can't be done here. Like I've been putting off so many things, I can't lie. Now I actually have to go outside and do them, and it's gonna take a number of hours. We're gonna be traveling all over fucking London in a couple of hours, but you know what? Let me get it done. A man said change that Arteta pick. His face is jarring. A26, grow up, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. His face is jarring. I mean, come on now, man. You're very rattled to be. You know, you're talking about a next man's face at 11:52. You need help, man. You need help. Say what you want about Arteta, and the fact that you're trolling as well, you're spamming the thing. Get help, man. Grow up, brother. It's a bit of a sneaky one there, man. So yeah, what are you lot saying? Good morning to you as well. Of course, I'm in the cut, man. I don't know for daily motivator, but appreciate you, man. A man said I was almost financially free until the crypto market crashed back to the roads. Now, I man, if you done it, listen. If you've been rich and broke, you know, if you've been rich and then turned broke, you can do it again, innit? I'd back myself if I was a millionaire and I went broke to make an next million than someone that's never made a mill. So, you know, keep going, man. Keep going. A man said, big up to you, DG. When I was down bad, bro, you was there, and I watched your videos to keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate that, man. And like, you're stronger than your situations, people, man. You know, it might not get better tomorrow. It might not get better today. It might not get better for a month or two. It might be a bag of rain, but eventually the sun will shine one day, man. You know, the sun will shine, man. No one else chats like this guy. Deserves a subscribe. Not gonna lie. Not too sure of that, Eden, but one love anyways, man. Bro, they're not letting me. Bro, they take it 100%. Apparently, AFC Bell, we're going to get into it, has come in clutch, man. Bro, man, you lot are moving. Man said, look at AFC Bell's tweets. Look at AFC Bell's tweets. I've got it up. So as something else developed, but again, you know what? I give the people them what they want. Let's get into James Maddison and things. You know, I actually had an order. I thought, you know what? I'm going to come here. We're going to speak about Ben White first. I even got it in order in the tabs that you're about to see. I thought, you know what? We're going to speak about what in order. I had Ben White, Odegaard, Maddison, then the Lautaro, Martinez. But I give the people what they want, man. If that's what you lot want, that's what you lot get. You man are on me, man. So yeah, I appreciate the Polish viewers as well. Shout out to you lot. So yeah, like I said, I've saw some AFC Bell tweets, but you lot, the way you lot are saying it is like there's been even another update. But let's see, people. Let's see if we learn something new. As you lot know, I back AFC Bell because of the Thomas Partey thing. I don't know who he or they are, but shout out to them, because when the world was saying Partey is not signing, he took his heat. So let's look at what he said in relation to James Maddison. As you lot know, unfortunately, I'm not blessed with the skill to speak Arabic. So one love if you understand what he said there. Apologies if Google Translate doesn't do it justice, but for what it's worth, an Arsenal appointed broker has begun to test the heart of Leicester City in a round of back channel talks about a possible deal to sign James Maddison. The feeling in the club's camp is that Maddison is not an untouchable or unsellable player, but rather a window of hope if the price is right. So with respect to AFC Bell, we haven't learned anything there. We knew that intermediaries, I can't say the name, but middlemen working on behalf of Arsenal to gauge, what would Maddison want in terms of personal terms, length of contract, weekly wages, bonuses, all of these sort of things. Would he actually be interested in, joining Arsenal, where Leicester are in a healthier sort of way? They've got a better squad, better recruitment, better owner, better manager at this moment in time. You can see what Leicester's about. With Arsenal, the waters are quite muddied. So again, we did know there was a middleman working on behalf of it. Maybe Maddison wants to leave, but we haven't learned anything new in that regards per se. Per se. So we haven't learned anything new. So again, that's what we knew. We knew he's open to doing it. Apparently Arsenal are open to doing it, and Leicester are open to selling him. But it's not going to come easy, and it comes down to simply, are you going to put the money on the table? If not, it's a non-starter, really and truly. But he's gone on to carry on saying, Arsenal have made their own investigations regarding the player's injury history, records, and suitability of signing him under these circumstances, and still have a serious interest in Maddison. But it's understood that the two teams are far from being evaluated at the moment. Exactly. Listen, this isn't going to be something that happens overnight. This is going to take a while. For James Maddison, considering there's a World Cup next year, you need to sort your career out early, because again, there could be something to say in that you could stay at Leicester for stability. You might boost your England chances actually leaving and playing somewhere else, because you wasn't always in the Leicester team. I know injuries played a part towards the end, but you was dropped for the final. You haven't always seen eye to eye with Brendan Rodgers. So you've got to make this move. And for me, what concerns me, 521 of you, please hit the like button. What concerns me is the longer this obviously goes on, as I keep saying, the longer Leicester, if I'm Leicester, put yourself in Leicester's shoes. You're going to play hardball, Right now, it's what's the date today? I believe the 28th of July, 29th, sorry, of July. It's the 29th of July. If this bid was placed today, I'm sure there'd be a bit more willingness by Leicester to get it done. Now, if you go a month from now and say the 29th of August, I'm sure Leicester would still let it get done. But I would say, hang on, I know we said 60, 70, but it might have to be 65, 75, 80 million, because we need to find a replacement. It could still be done, but then the teams we're going to buy and say, buy a player off, it's going to have a domino effect. We're going to say, listen, they're going to say, I just saw that you sold Maddison. We said 30 million for this player. You want to replace him. We're now saying 50. If not, F off, really. So they're going to have to find a replacement. So there's a lot to be said. I still believe Odegaard's the number one target. It seemed like the club were betting on him when he became he came here on loan. He cost 35 million euros allegedly. Real Madrid seem to be in bad health in terms of finances. They need the money, I'd say, more than Leicester. So I just think for a number of reasons, it's going to be Odegaard, and the Maddison one isn't happening. But I would love it, of course, for the same reasons we've been speaking about. In relation to it, it is understood that one of the reasons for the valuation gap between the two clubs is that Norwich City inserted a clause in the sale of Maddison to Leicester, and that, again, we should have been trying to get him when he was at Norwich, when they clapped him from Coventry. And Norwich are eating because they made a good change off Buendia. They probably got a sell-on clause for Buendia when he leaves Aston Villa, which I think will be the case in a few years, because he's a good player with respect to Villa. They've probably still got sell-on clauses where Jamal Lewis, Ben Godfrey, and all of these sort of guys are concerned as well. And naturally, if I'm Leicester, you want to charge Arsenal a bit more so that this sell-on percentage, it don't really come out of the money that you're going to see, sort of thing. But allegedly, Norwich inserted a clause in the sale of Maddison to Leicester that would entitle them to a percentage of profits of any future sale. Sources close to Norwich did not disclose the exact figure, but claim that the percentage is between 10 and 15%. So again, it's going to take a while, you know. Both teams are at loggerheads over probably the structure of payments, if we're going to agree a fee, how much the fee is going to be. You know, personal terms, in my opinion, won't be a problem, but you still need to kind of gauge that. Leicester need to find a replacement. Hopefully, we've got plan Bs and whatnot. Hopefully, you know, and obviously the sell-on fee. So there's a lot of things to consider. For me, the job isn't just signing Maddison. You sign Maddison, how do you get the best out of him? The man has allegedly said he's at 8. So how is he going to connect with Partey and things like that? Because what we can't do at Arsenal, whether it's Odegaard, AUOAR, Maddison, even Ben White in defense, stop looking at players to come here and change things on their own. You know, they can't. They'll have games where they can win it single-handedly. They obviously can make a difference, but they can't. You know, if we signed Van Dijk when Liverpool did, I don't think our defense would be better. Nothing to do with Van Dijk. You know, of course, our defense would be better on the basis of we've got a better player. We might have a better clean sheet. We might do a bit others, but Van Dijk can't defend alone. He's not, you know, he is as tough athlete as they come, but he's not invincible. He can't defend by himself. It doesn't mean, you know, we're not going to sign Ben White and keep 100 clean sheets. The whole system in relation to defending, or our whole attitude as a team towards defending, makes the difference. Like you saw with Liverpool before they signed Alisson I'm about to say Ben White, Van Dijk. They improved defensively. You know, you saw Klopp being less naive, because remember when he first joined, it was all gun ho, first and second, first minute to the last, heavy metal sort of stuff from the jump. Now, well, in the months, seasons that's gone on, it's still there, but there's more of a game management, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to stop looking at players to be the messiah, or we'd have been sorting out right back. How much right back options are there? How much midfielders have we signed? You know, how much fucking centre halves have been signed? Apologies for the language, people. Arsenal do that to me. Moving on with this, quite the paragraphs in here, bloody hell. Arsenal is open to negotiating with Leicester City and reaching a compromise regarding the price of the deal to suit all parties. But if Leicester insist on an astronomical amount, the club will turn to other options on its list. As we mentioned in January, Odegaard could be a welcome alternative if plan A doesn't work. So again, what is that? You know, I still believe, even with what I've just read, that Odegaard is plan A, just because it's the safest bet. But what have we told? What have we been seen here? Maddison is plan A. Maddison's the one we want, and then we're going for Odegaard. Again, have all options, because everything can change, as we've seen as Arsenal fans. And moving on, big up to everyone. As I said, make sure you're hitting the like button. Senior sources and very close to the negotiation table confirm that the decisive factor in the James Maddison deal is not Arsenal's ability to provide the value of the deal, but the essence of the matter is that the club wants to do more work in this window and will not overspend madly on one deal. And there are other centres that it wants to support. And again, you know, I hear that. I agree. You know, I want an 8, but I also want a right back. I know Ben White is going over the line, but I also want a centre half. So at this moment in time, while it's not officially been confirmed to me, I want that, you know. So I get it. You want to not overspend, but this is why we needed to know our plans for the summer had to be airtight, which to a degree it must have been, because to be fair, it does already look better than last year, you know. Shaking our, you know, just trying, you know, just puffing out our chest, trying to play chicken with Atletico all summer over Thomas Partey, you know. At least now we've got some out. It looks like Xhaka's future is going to be decided. I keep saying quickly, but he looks like he's going to Roma. Guendouzi's gone. Saliba's gone on loan, getting us a loan fee. We've confirmed a couple new contracts and things like that. We've brought in a couple, but there's still a lot of work to be done. So again, as you lot could see, Arsenal have not other priorities, but other business to do. So they don't want to overspend here. You know, we've got personal terms probably to still be agreed. We need to come to an agreement with Norwich regarding, you know, how we're going to structure the deal, because we're not just going to pay them 70 million. How do they want the payment? Are they open to being flexible? Because if I'm Leicester, I'm sitting there and I would be flexible, but I'd say, listen, I know you lot are not on a Mickey Mouse thing. Don't tell me you lot are broke, because you lot just spent 50 million on a centre half who has played one full season in the Premier League. And of that 50 million, allegedly 30 million is being paid in the first year. So don't try and do the Bright House payments with us. We're not like that. And obviously you've got, like I said, or we read better yet, you've got the sell-on clause to consider. So there's a lot of variables to consider, but it does, as I said, when my first ever James Maddison vid, you know, I do think it's more likely to happen than I give him credit for. I give us credit for, but I can't see it. You know, as an Arsenal fan, I can't allow myself to dream for players like this because it takes money, it takes resources, it just takes effort. Finally, AFC Bell has said the end is still not written in the James Maddison deal and it's still not dead, but at the same time, it is not close or decided. The club is working behind the scenes silently. Let's see what the club can achieve in the coming weeks and let's pray for good news. Hopefully. So all I got from that is we like Maddison. We have admiration for Maddison. There's a willingness to do the deal, you know. But fundamentally, unless money's put on the table, unless we fully commit to trying to get him, it's not there. It just seems like we're assessing all options without doing anything. And the thing that scares me is the catch-22. We can't really sell without getting outgoings. We can't really let people go without bringing people in. This is why Edu and those that are technical people and part of the technical team, this is the summer they need to earn their chops. This is what will make or break. Because again, I will praise or critique you lot fairly or unjustly, depending on what you do, because we've been knowing how important the summer is. The manager and the technical director have been saying it. So we'll have to see what happens in that regards, people. On the topic of James Maddison, you know, Sky Sports said Arsenal interested in signing James Maddison, but also monitoring Odegaard's situation. We're going to get into Odegaard shortly, people. But apparently, just to keep up with this, we're interested in signing James Maddison from Leicester, but we're still monitoring the Odegaard situation at Real Madrid. Leicester do not want to sell Maddison, and it is understood it would take a bid in excess of 70 million for them to even consider selling the 24-year-old. The Foxes are under no pressure to sell as Maddison is under contract for another 3 years until 2024. So yeah, we're also monitoring the Odegaard situation as well, folks, in which we're going to speak about Odegaard specifically in a sec. We might as well kill several birds with several stones. So James, that's the James Maddison latest. Get in your opinions. We might as well bump up Odegaard very quickly because there's a bag of things that could be said in relation to Odegaard. We'll get into Odegaard, but again, it's a live show and them things. What are you guys saying? Big up my guy S. Subscribe with Amazon Prime for free to support the guy, and he's even provided the link. Come on, appreciate that. No, 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 no. Hey, 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 hey. I told you, look, DG only fans soon landing, but that is for the galley only. All the man, them, you gotta go somewhere else still. Of course, well, you gotta believe in your source, man. I'm bloody sexy, bro. Can't lie to you, bro. Where's the resident fly rate me? He don't live here. He don't pay no rent. That's why he got hit up. If he wants to pay rent and help me in these sort of times, then yeah, he can do his thing, man. You know, he can do his thing. Who would you rather, Maddison or Odegaard? Whew. I would say Maddison at this moment in time, but I'd be ecstatic with Odegaard. I think people are sleeping on Odegaard and what he can bring to the table, man. I'm currently in Jamaica with my whole family having a great time. What a beautiful place. Thank God for YouTube. It is now 5:43 here, 6 hours behind you guys. Big up on my JA tugs. Big up DG 70 for Maddison. I'd rather we use that on Basuma, Pereira, and Johnson, both from West Bromwich Albion. I don't. I can't lie to you. I don't. I don't. I don't. I hear you. It is more. It makes more economic sense. But bro. Big up Pereira. I like him. Sam Johnson. He could be a steady Eddie, and I would like Basuma, but nah. What's happening with the Arsenal right back situation? Surely you can't be going in with Bellerin starting next season. But unless something else happens, I'm not going to accept it at face value. I think we have to accept it's one of the existing options. I would, for me, I'd give it Callum Chambers. Something tells me, based on what we're seeing in pre-season, Cedric might get the nod. I don't know what's happening with Maitland, whether he's accepted that or not. Bellerin is Bellerin. Bellerin's probably the one out of all three. I'm not really open to giving him a chance. I want a new right back. I ain't really got time for none of this anymore, but Chambers has shown me you can do a job there. Whether you can do it over 38 games is a different thing, but I give you it. I actually think Maitland could be a very good right back, whether it's first or second choice here. I'd give him an opportunity. Cedric, I don't really rate Cedric. I'd rather move him on and get a right back, but I'd rather give him. Bellerin, there's no opportunities. No matter how good you do, we've been there now, man. It's over now, man. If I'm completely honest. I think Leno might stay another season. He's looking like it. Of course, I rate Maddison. DG, you lovable guy. I appreciate that, man. Got a super chat. I'm not sure I actually read this or not. Sorry, Jonathan. Don't let me. I don't want you to think I'm snaking you or nothing. Appreciate that. I genuinely believe the plan is to play Sambi with Partey and buy another cam to rotate with Smith Rowe. This is being done to save money for a striker and goalie. I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. I don't think we're going to see an 8 and a 10, to be fair with you. I don't really like jam, so I prefer butter on toast as opposed to jam, my dude. Listen, save all them questions for tomorrow's Q&A on Twitch, man. I'm 49. Appreciate that, Matthew. Like Andy said, make sure you're hitting the like button. Nobody keeps me motivated like DG. No, man, I don't want to hear that, my guy. I love for that, but you need to keep yourself motivated. You can't let other people keep the motivation levels, my guy. You know. Please, hey, spammers, get them out, please, people. Thank you very much. And yeah, man. As I tweeted yesterday, sorry people, we need to just quickly do this because it's been announced. You know, TYREECE JOHN-JULES has signed for Blackpool on loan. Is something, well, you saw me indirectly tweet about it yesterday. From what you could see, from what you read online, he completed his medical yesterday and he joins the championship side. Now it's going to be a big move for TYREECE JOHN-JULES. He's there. You know, I'd imagine it's a season-long loan, but there has to be some sort of break clause in January. You know, and it's a big year for him. For me, if he could stay fit, then he could complicate our striking plans. I do believe between him and Bellerin and Eddie, you know, there should be 60 million there for you. If they're not going to make it here, you could make them 20 million, all of them. I do expect at least, I hope to, but at least one of the three to make it here. And I think with TYREECE, he just needs to stay fit. The man's got the ability, man. I think one thing I've actually hated about him going out on loan is, you know, he's got the perfect blend of it all. He's got the Arsenal technical ability. He can dribble. He can link up play. You know, he can play as a 10 as well. He won't, I don't know if he'll be a 10 long term, but he does that sort of Lacazette sort of stuff. He can do all of that. But the man's also got the physique. He can play with his back to goal. He's probably about 6 foot something. And I just feel when I'm looking at him at Lincoln, and who did he go on loan at as well? I believe Doncaster off the top of my head. Sometimes because of the league he's been in, it's like, all right, cool. We hear you came from Arsenal's academy, but we're just going to lump it to you. And I feel he hasn't always got time to show his technical ability and show what he needs. And I think injuries have played a part as well, you know. It's a good loan spell for TYREECE JOHN-JULES, and he joins a team that's just been promoted. So he's gonna have to show he can score the goals, because if he doesn't, then that team is not gonna stay in the division. And I think it's good. He's done a couple years now in League One. He's now in the Championship. He answers a bit more questions. You know, for me, I just hope he goes to Blackpool and just make some noise. Obviously, just don't focus on Arsenal. For him, Arsenal should be irrelevant. Just go play and everything will take care of itself, like with Joe Willock. He played well for Newcastle. Everything else takes care of itself. But I think it's a big season for Ty now, man. He's turning 20, or he's 20 now. You know, he's still young, but he needs to kind of show something. I think injuries have robbed him of really showing his ability. The man's got talent, and I'm happy to see what he can do at Blackpool. Obviously, Blackpool have my respect, and they're allowed to have TYREECE JOHN-JULES because of, you know, they worked well with Ballard last year. So he joins a promoted side where he's going to have to show he can cut the mustard, you know, in a nice way. I like these lads going out on loan because nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're a young man. Nobody cares that you was at Arsenal. Can you do the job? That's all Blackpool fans care about. That's all the gaffer can care about. And I'm sure there's people around him that are significantly more experienced in that team than him. Yeah, he might go off to Arsenal and be an Arsenal man, but these lot, they might not get another sniff in the Championship. So it's a good loan. And for me, I'm happy that I would have loved for him to go out on loan quicker than this, really. I would have loved for him to be involved in pre-season as well. But it is, I mean, with Arsenal, but it is what it is. It's another one out the door. And you'd imagine, you know, the Ben Cottrells and things like this need to go as well out on loan. And obviously a byproduct of this is we're going to, you know, I know we're signing a young striker from Fulham, but there's going to be opportunities for our, you know, the Kion Edwards, the Armani Richards, potentially, if they do their jobs at 18s level, to step up to the 23. So, yeah, man, it is something that has been brewing for the last couple of, it's been there for a while. He's had a lot of interest, really and truly, from people, you know. And Arsenal, for what it's worth, in the last few years, you know, TYREECE JOHN-JULES is someone that's been fielding interest from a lot of clubs on a permanent basis. Clubs in England, clubs in Germany, clubs in France have all tried to inquire for our guy permanently, and Arsenal have said no. Now, it's testing times, because again, he's going to come back from Arsenal and the landscape could change. We don't know who is going to be up front. You know, it's him. For me anyways, it's TYREECE, Bellerin, Martinelli, and then obviously you've got Laka and Aubameyang. Laka's at least going to be here for another season, Aubameyang too. So we're wishing all the best to TYREECE JOHN-JULES. He's got the ability, he's got the quality. Now he just needs to show it consistently, and for me, he stays fit, everyone will know what he's on. you know, and I think it's very exciting for me to have TYREECE, John-Jules, and Bellerin on our books. And as I always say, bro, the man's got a double name, a double-barreled name, and he plays up front. No way he's not a gunman. He doesn't roll with a double-barrel shotty. So yeah, we're wishing TYREECE, John-Jules all the best, man. And I know he's gonna shell it down at Blackpool. And I hope, you know, for me. Boy, you know, for me, I'm TYREECE John-Jules FC. Get your stocks in, innit? If John-Jules was a crypto right now, it's going to be low because the whole market is low, even though it's recovering. It's going to get there. I'm hoping for 20 league goals, man. I would love that for TYREECE, man. I think, you know, he's one of my favorite young players. It's a, you know, I've got a lot of bias to TYREECE and Bellerin. I love TYREECE as a footballer because he's got the mentality. He works hard. He's the right blend. He's got the right amount of being selfish as a striker and being a team player. He's a real team player. I don't get the vibe. I haven't always got the vibe from some of these young strikers that are on the books fighting each other. So I've got all the time in the world for TYREECE. So hopefully he can develop and do his thing and then come back a more confident player and able to break into Arsenal on a full-time basis like any other young player that's on loan currently, people. But it is what it is in that regards. Make sure you're hitting the like button and all of those sort of things. There it is. You know, you've got TYREECE. So, yeah, man, shout out to Ty for doing that. What are you guys saying? We're getting back to the other things. Man are saying Joshua, pattern up. Josh, pattern up. Whoever you are, pattern up, man. Joshua Adams, pattern up, man. You're being a naughty boy. I'm sure your mother didn't hold you in her belly for 9 months to have you spamming at 12 p.m. in somebody's YouTube live chat. Come on now, man. I'm sure your dad's probably thinking that's a waste of sperm. Should have just knocked one out to pre-array or something, man. Pattern up, man. I'd rather Maddison just because of the money spent. It's just more of a gases, but I think people sleep on Odegaard a lot, man. Bro, I hope Xhaka kills it. I hope Xhaka kills it at Roma, man. But the minute he doesn't sign, he signs for Roma. I don't care what he does, man. I can just get on more with what's going on with Arsenal. I think there are much better and cheaper alternatives to Maddison. You might be right. Personally, Harvey Barnes is more direct, quicker, and more of a goal threat. My view. Two different sorts of players, bro. So I'm not quite sure you're on the right track, but you're right, man. Like SP says, smash the like button. Big up DG and the DG Nation. Hope you're good. Footy chats. I hope you're doing better, man. Yeah, I did, man. Man said getting ready for work. Big up you. And said, I've been self-employed for the last 2 years this month. Stressful, but the best decision I've ever made. Keep grinding, DG. You're going to go far. My guy. Morning, bro. Maddison is quality, but 70 million though. Think I'd rather take the risk on Odegaard for less money as he's already been in the setup. Also, Leicester won't want to sell Maddison late in the window. Good interesting points. And you're right, man. You know, like Mr. Adlib23 said, how do I make it make sense? What did he say again? He said an important point. He's like, is Maddison 30, 35, 40, whatever million better than Odegaard? And currently, I don't think such. I'm happy with either one, really and truly. Hey, big up DG. If you do eventually do an intro, you've got to put that goal in it. Curtis can't be the only one balling out on here. You lot kill me, man. Shout out Curtis as well. Odegaard on loan with an obligation to buy and get Maddison. If it's that simple, let's do that, man. A man said Odegaard to link up with Haaland next season. Unless Odegaard staying at Madrid, I don't see how that's happening, man. Appreciate that, Zanji, man. Appreciate that, Hendenguna, man. It's English tax in the players. This English tax in players. This G is terrible to man. Average players are overpriced. Fair play. Bit dyslexic there, but fair play, brother. Fair play. Just spoke about TYREECE John-Jules. You know, he completed a medical last night. But what do I know? Another super chat. One love, my guy. Killy, it means a lot. What youth players do you think need a transfer this season for the benefit of their career? Big up yourself, DG. too, brother. Well, I would say for those not in the first team, if any young player thinks their pathway is being blocked at Arsenal and it can be accelerated anywhere, then leave. You look at Daniel Marlon. We persisted with Nketiah. You look at him. You look at Gnabry. You look at Benatia. Obviously, it's easy to say them names, but you've got other people in and around other setups as well. So that could be something for people to consider. But I would say the ones that are in the first team, there's no smoke without fire in it. There's got to be a reason we're being linked with Martinez and Tammy. That tells me the club are looking for a striker if it can be done this window. If you can confirm the Maddisons, if you can confirm the the other signings we're trying to make. So maybe Balogun might need to go out on loan because I want to see him play football. If you're not going to give Balogun consistent minutes, like initially a 10 minutes here, a 20-minute there, when the League Cup comes around, the random start here, just giving him little opportunities and then it's down to him. If we're not going to do that and he's just part of the first team training and playing 23s on the bench occasionally, then there's no point. Minutes are currency. Go and let that young man be consistently outside of his comfort zone somewhere else, I would say, Joe Willock, you need to probably leave if you're not going to get game time here. Nelson and Nketiah are probably that two that need to leave the most. But a lot can change in football. Smith Rowe, until he got his look in, would have probably been in and amongst them. And then we would have let him go and saw him shine elsewhere. And then it would have been issues. Read an article about Charlie Patino on goal saying that he might be our best academy prospect. You know me. I know what I know from Charlie Patino is that he's a bloody good footballer and he's an even better human being. I really respect his mentality. What I don't like doing is sitting here and saying next Jack Wilshere for anyone, best academy prospect, this, that, and the other. Like you've seen thrown over Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, and the rest of them. And people were saying Smith Rowe was overrated just until 6 months ago. And now they're getting on to Nelson. So I don't know for anyone being our best prospect. I know there's a bunch of good players in our team, and which Charlie is one of them. In relation to sending him on loan right now, he's just working his way back to full fitness. So I don't think he needs to go out on loan at this moment in time. Personally, I think he needs to assert himself a bit more in the 23s, and then we can look at that. But Charlie Patino is a very good footballer, and like I said, a very good human being, and I think he's going to have a good career. Hopefully it's at Arsenal. I really rate that young man. But we ain't got time for spammers, man. Like they dead. We've got a good platform here, Andy, man. I hate the spammers. They dead it off. It's funny when you get them virgins making fake accounts of everyone, but it is what it is, man. Would you take Benatia? That must be a trick question. 100% I would. Appreciate you, Beanie Vibe. Shout all the members. Random question. Who do you want captain next season? I'll persist with Aubameyang. If Aubameyang's not there, Kieran Tierney has to hold it. You have probably you have probably spoken about this, but has Eddie improved during preseason? I don't know what to think about him. Can't get too gassed off preseason, innit? Because everybody looks good. I'm sure, Chelsea fans, probably see Lewis Baker there. Eddie looked good against Watford, to be fair with you, but it's the same old, it's watershed moment. I hope that he leaves with a point to proves Arsenal wrong. I want Eddie to be the best he could be at this moment in time. Unless a miracle happens, unless he scores a hat trick, he starts against Brentford, he scores a hat trick. The next week he does bits against Chelsea or City or whoever it is. I think Eddie Nketiah's time at this club is over now. Like he can leave with his head held high. Got released from Chelsea, become a Premier League footballer, won an FA Cup, scored at the Emirates. Or a lot of things where you that is winning to me. You've come through the system, you've won an FA Cup. That's what our academy is to do. Now you can leave. This is the end of the journey. Not everyone's gonna keep going on and on and on and on. So yeah, man, it's a very interesting one. Stop spamming. Unfortunately, shout to all my South African ones, but now you're gone, brother. You think with Arteta being allowed to purchase youngsters, the board are looking to keep him for longer? I think we needed youngsters anyway, so I don't really feel it plays a part. But obviously, if people are going to be here long term, then it probably ties into Arteta because our team has to be a reflection of the manager. And in theory, what I want to see when I look at Arteta is young, innovative, and hungry. And that's what I want to see with these young players. So, yeah, man. Good questions, though. Good, interesting things and whatnot you like saying, man. What else have we got? So yeah, let's get into this Odegaard business, people. I've been avoiding it. Let's get into Odegaard. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Let's carry on with this Odegaard business. I don't know where to start, people. There's just so many things here, so many tabs. Where the hell do I start? That's that. Where is it? Sorry, folks. I'm actually trying to find. There was a latest article in relation to Odegaard, how he's considering staying and all of these sort of things. And apparently Bellerin's in talks somewhere and the rest of it. Here it is, folks. Sorry for the delay. Transfer that to English, please, for me, please, and thanks, Google. As you lot can see, apparently Ancelotti has called Odegaard to discuss his future. Why is it not scrolling down? What the hell are these things? Hell? Sorry, people. It's not letting me. It's not scrolling up and down. But apparently, Carlo Ancelotti wanted to root out all the rumors circulating about Odegaard's future by calling the Norwegian to his office. The Italian coach is convinced that Martin is going to be an important player in his schemes and said he wanted to convey to him personally. Carlo has called the Norwegian to his office to try to clarify the situation within the squad. Apparently, they had a brief conversation with the young Norwegian footballer in which he explained what role he has in mind in what would be his second season at Madrid after leaving in the winter market last year. Carlo conveyed to Odegaard that he'll be important and that he is counting on him and that he does not want him to leave, making it clear that if he stays, he will be a player who will enter the rotations, although he cannot guarantee him a permanent position as a starter because in Madrid there's always a lot of competition. Personally, I think that's fair. I really think that's fair. You're not of the ability to say you're like Benzema or you're like this guy and that guy where you deserve to start every game. If you want that, you have to make yourself that sort of thing. And now, obviously, at Arsenal, he's going to play a lot more, really and truly, because we have a lot less to work with. Saying that, Madrid don't look like they're trying to make a lot of purchases in that. Apparently, in spite of everything, Odegaard is doubting whether the best thing for his career is to continue at Madrid or is it better to find a new club. The Norwegian has not openly conveyed to Ancelotti that he wants to leave, at least in this meeting, but he does continue to have doubts generated by the fact that Zidane told him the same thing a year ago, and in the end, he had to leave in January for lack of minutes. Carlo wants to show Odegaard that he is wrong and that the situation will be different with him on the bench. And I'd say Odegaard has to follow his gut, innit? He's got to follow his gut. If you don't think you're going to play, then leave, because shame me once, shame on you. Shame me twice. If they do the same thing to you and lie to you again, there's an issue. And to be honest with you, there's bigger problems at Madrid than Odegaard. And you make yourself available. If Odegaard's available for 35 million euros, then we need to do that, really and truly. It's as simple as that. We need to do that. As you lot can see, I only typed that in because everybody's reporting the same thing. Apparently, Arsenal have offered Odegaard 115 a week, 115k a week, people. As you lot can see here, apparently we're keeping close tabs on him. Arsenal keeping close tabs on Martin Odegaard, with Norwegian feeling unsettled and disconnected at Madrid and considering a return to the Emirates after impressing during last season, as we spoke about last night. Apparently, his departure from the Bernabeu hasn't been ruled out, and apparently we are monitoring the situation and we're also keeping tabs on James Maddison. So yeah, apparently there are doubts over Odegaard's chances in the first team. Apparently, a Spanish publication have reported that the Norway 22-year-old captain is reportedly unsettled. It claims that he's been disconnected with his teammates during pre-season and that he isn't 100% happy in Madrid and is considering his options, with a return to Arsenal still on the cards. So yeah, man, I mean, it's where it is. I'm not too sure all of these things stood out, but it is what it is. If I go back to this, no, these are all Ben White. So yeah, we're going to cover that. We was reading this article. As you lot see here, Arsenal also keeping tabs on Odegaard's situation at Real Madrid. The Norway midfielder spent the second half of last season on loan with us. Odegaard appeared to rule out a move to Arsenal on an Instagram post earlier this month, but there are growing reports in Spain suggesting Real Madrid could allow him to leave with his contract due to expire in 2023. And what we need to stop doing, I believe, is that assuming that Arsenal have a free run at Odegaard. I know he didn't set the world alight at Arsenal, but at 35 million euros, other teams that could offer him Europe and that they might be about. Now, obviously, we've had him for 6 months. He knows Arteta and these things. It could play a part. I hear a lot of talk about Odegaard and Maddison and all these things. Only time can tell, really and truly, what we're doing in that regards. But if he is unsettled, unsettle him some more by placing a bid. Simple as that. Go and place a bid and test the waters out. Oh, mad freezing there, people. Sorry. But as I was saying, go and test the waters out. Simple as that. Like, just go and test the waters out. See how, go and put pressure. And we're gonna need Odegaard to do his bit. What he can't keep doing is this schoolboy stuff. Like, I want to leave, I want to go, I want to do this, I want to do that. He's got to make a decision and double down on it. Because if he does want to sign for another club, he's got to do his part. It's like Xhaka. Xhaka's gonna have to do his part to push that Roma move through as well. You're not gonna get everything being nice. You need to make a definitive decision on your future. It's your future, you know. So we'll have to see. But it is what it is in that regards in relation to Martin Odegaard. What are you lot saying? What's the point in signing Ramsdale? People don't realize he relegates whatever club they go to. Patrick, I think that's a very naive way of looking at it, but fair play. But unless he's has he tweeted something else? Unless AFC Bell has tweeted something else, we've already covered it. And in that case, you're gonna have to just scroll back over them. I'll check it. Maybe I don't want to miss anything. Maybe he has said something new. Doesn't look like it though. So boy. Love for the super chat. I feel bad for Odegaard. Difficult decision. He's got to look at it without emotion. What is the best thing for you to improve as a player? Do you want to take the risk of listening to Carlo Ancelotti if it is echoing what Zidane said? If not, move. Signing for Arsenal might not be the best thing. There might be a next club that's onto you. You had your best time at Sociedad. Is it worth going there? He was linked with Liverpool and Manchester City. Whether they'll go for him or not is a different thing. There's a lot to consider, but what he needs to do is be proactive about seizing his future. Don't listen to the club. The club will whisper sweet nothings to you, They will whisper sweet nothings to you at Real Madrid. Arsenal will do the same. Listen to your gut, listen to where you think you can develop the best, and then you'll have your answer. Really and truly. I see a super chat. Love for the super chat. My man who don't understand Odegaard because he flopped at Real Madrid don't understand Maddison is the same. Falls out with the manager, loses minutes. The difference is Odegaard has world-class players in front of him. Love for the super chat. I don't think anyone flopped, and I don't think they're the same. And I don't think Odegaard fell out with the gaffer. It just came down to you're not playing, in it. Simple as that. And you're right, there are rumors, of Maddison and Brendan Rodgers not exactly seeing eye to eye and having some sort of problems and whatnot. We're at 344 likes. I'm very appreciative of that. Can we push towards 400, folks? Big up everyone that's locked in. So in relation to Odegaard, that's that, folks. Really, that's that in relation to Odegaard. We've got to go over Ben White, folks. So let's just get over and done with now. In relation to Ben White, I'd be surprised if why I've been online that there hasn't been any confirmation in relation to his future announced or what's going on there. But in relation to Ben White, allegedly he was at London Coley yesterday, completed his medical and all of those sort of things. So he's going to be an Arsenal player not before too long. Hopefully before the end of the week, and he can start training with his new teammates and maybe be involved against Chelsea on Sunday, which rather selfish of me. I'm saying that because I'm going to be there, so there's going to be no watch along for that. But if we look at it, people, where is it? That's not what we need. That's already done. This is from yesterday. Ben White set for Arsenal medical ahead of 50 million transfer from Brighton, people. Sky Sports News understand. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to read that. That's all irrelevant to you lot, people. We just need to get to the what actually matters, people. When is the man taking his medical? Where is it? I don't know why why is it telling me about some dead podcast? Hey, everything is bugging out today. What's going on? So it's not actually said anything. So I've done a better job at Sky Sports, people. But it's just said that he's expected to have his medical on Wednesday with a 50 million deal for the defender having been agreed. Again, there was pictures of him spotted at London Coley and things like that. I was reading a rather interesting article on Sky Sports, and it kind of articulated as to why you can't see Ben White as the Messiah. There's a good building blocks to build upon, but you can't expect him to make all the difference by himself. It's physically impossible. And you're right, there is good energy around him. I wouldn't say Odegaard flopped at Real Madrid by any chance. You can't say he flopped. So apologies for freezing, people. I'm still moving. I hope you can still hear me, but it is what it is. I don't know who we're targeting to replace Xhaka Broski. I really don't. And I don't know why the screen is black now. What the fuck? No clue what's going on now, people, but we still progress, man. I don't know who is trying to belittle DG's channel and ruin up my thing, but we keep going. Oh, we're back now. I don't know what's happening there, people, but we keep going. So yeah, people, let me share my article with you guys. Fucking hell, this internet is doing a lot. Well, maybe it's my browser, like I was researching yesterday. So yeah, man, the audio's still good allegedly. So big up everyone locked in. I won't share the screen and tempt fate, but allegedly, you know, when you look back, it's a rather annoying one because there's some interesting things to say here, people. I kind of need the article to be there, man. Yeah. Trust me. Oh no. Trust me, it's a shame. It's a big shame, man. It's very booky. That's not how you spell booky, but it's booky. So yeah, I don't think clear the catch. How do you do that? That's a shot. How do you do that? How do you do that on Google Chrome? Bro, I'm gone, bro. They're doing me dirty, bro. Fuck, you know. Might just lock it off, man, and go again with some of this shit tomorrow. Are we back? So yeah, man, I might have to whoever said clear the cache and things like that up, I might have to do that, bro. I might have to start paying Bright House payments, Trevor, man. I might have to, man. I might have to. I mean, I wouldn't say it's power cut because I'm still technically here, but yeah, the internet, man. It's nah, you definitely spoke too good, man. We've been here over an hour, and why would it mess up just at the end? I might just have to leave these things till tomorrow, folks, in relation to holding and things like that. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And like I said, I wanted this to go smoothly because I'm gonna have a long day today. I mean, today's been a tough day, you know. Like I've got to do so much outside of this. I thought this could be good, but we go again, man. We keep progressing. I can't lie, people. I'm just gonna lock this off, man. Let me see. 3 dots on the top right, settings, advanced system. This does not, you're lying, but this does not say clear cache, boy. Oh no. Let me do it myself. Clear cache on. Oh. Open Chrome, top right. Click more. There is no more. Oh, I hate technology, blood. Oh, let's see if this makes a difference. I wonder if that makes a difference. Are we cool? You know what? If I'm cool, I'm cool in it. Big up to the 600 odd of you that are locked in. I cleared the cache or whatever it's called. So I think we're good. Internet can't defeat me. Get me? This is an Arsenal comeback. We went to go down and we're back now. Hey, leave what till tomorrow? Let's go again, man. Let's go again. Let's go again. Shout out to you technology people that are doing your thing because you lot helped me again. I wish I could put all the problems onto you lot, man. We're back now. We're back. We're back. Energy people. We go again. We go again. Now, where was I? You know, like I said, oh, let's redo all of that. What do you mean you've been signed out? What do you mean you've signed me? Apologies, people. Now we've got a problem. I've got to sign myself back into Google Docs, and then we can restart. We can restart. Trust me, DG21 internet, bro. Come on. I wait. It might be 2-2 because I can't sign in right now. Let's not get gassed. Allow me, man. All these verification things. I respect the level of security, but it's me. Check your phone. Google sent a notification to your phone. Let's see what's going on here, folks. Yeah, that's me, man. That's me. Trust me. Listen, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Don't you have manners? Right, that's what I want right now. That's the appropriate thing. But let's remix that and go again, people. Like I said, apologies for the technical difficulties. We go again. A man said Arsenal more like a United comeback. Arsenal don't do comeback. Stop being cheeky. Now it's 2-1. It's 2-1. We're there now. We're there now. We're here now. We're here now. Bro, it's me, bro. Well, let's go again now. Let's go again. Now let's look at this article because we're not. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. Oh, corner taken quickly. Yeah, we're locking this off, man. We're gonna call it a day. Oh. Sorry, God, for getting gas. My life has a humble way of humbling you, innit? Fuck, you know. Gotta try to get gassed. Fucking hell, blood. Man said stop playing out from the back. And one of you told me to clear the cache, and now it's an issue, bro. Trust me, someone's baby daddy found me as moving bad, bro. Someone's just cop blocking. Say, yeah, you gonna talk about my missus? None of that anymore, mate. They're on to me still. They're on to me still. They're on to me. We're not back. We're not back. We're not back. The sound's back. The sound's back. I ain't paid my internet bill, man. All of you donate me £1, man. I'm broke, boy. Help me, man. Help me. Nah, man. We're all going through the same fuckery, man. I might just have to give up and go again soon, people, because this one, it looks like them man have won, man. Them man, they have won. And just like now, I don't even know if you lot can hear me. The fucking everything's freezing now, man. The minute it stops freezing, I'm just gonna lock it off, man. We go again tomorrow, man. Man said he burnt down Google. Prime by Munich. Boy. It's not even an internet thing because I'm using the browser. I thought it was an internet thing more time. But it's looking like it's Google, man. Maybe it's not a maybe it's not a Google Chrome thing anymore, man. Are we back? And like you can see, everything's fucked up now. Like we're having two problems because we can't find what the actual problem is, and now it's telling me to sign in. Like one of the issues why I just got signed out is because StreamYard is saying you ain't thingy, just like with Google Chrome. But yeah, we're back. Are we back? We should be back, man. You man are saying they're doing Bayern Munich on me. Never, ever, 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 ever. We're back now. We're back now. Love for everyone that's persisted with these difficulties. As you lot know, if it was up to me, it wouldn't happen. Should I tempt fate? I'm actually scared to press the button. So I'm just gonna lock it off now, man. If you can hear me, people. I'm just gonna, yeah, we left it at 3-3. I'll be back tomorrow.